What's up, Final Fantasy? This is a Final Fantasy podcast. Now, I hate all of the series except for Final Fantasy 14, baby. Dude, I'm really close to Endwalker.
Wait, did you just say I hate all of the series except for Final Fantasy 14?
That isn't necessarily true.
Hey guys, what up? Titus sucks. Aerith deserved to die.
Whoa, dude, spoilers. It's not explicitly true that I don't like the series. I just don't like the traditional RPGs.
Yeah.
It was like really sad, honestly, when I made the like final realization. I was like playing Octopath Traveler. I was like getting kind of far, and I was like, I don't like this. I've just been pushing myself because I spent $60 on this, but I don't like this.
There's blood coming out of my mouth, and I'm holding my heart, and I'm like, I respect your choice, but let me have your save file to finish.
I also realized that like when it comes to like traditional like RPG stuff, Pokemon's just about been the highest that I've hit for that. Part of me does want to see if I like what's the Nintendo one with Marth?
Oh, Fire Emblem. The tactic.
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
I hate you.
I'm thinking of either doing Tactics or Fire Emblem.
Yeah, you might like the Tactics games. There's one that's like a tactical RPG like that. The Super Robot Wars. That one's fun, just if you like mecha.
Did that ever get put out in English?
There's an English one that came out, the 30th anniversary one.
For real?
Yeah,
I'm really surprised.
It's on Steam, and it has it has a pretty good selection of mecha in this one. I was surprised. I was like, damn, like they're going ham for the international release.
I mean, the whole series has for a long time.
Yeah.
It's been one of those things that I wanted to get into, but I was like, maybe when I learn Japanese, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I never did it.
It's been a game that's always like, oh, let me import the Japanese version on PlayStation, and let me hack my PlayStation and download the translation patch, and let me get like...
Yeah, it's a whole hassle. But like, I mean, fucking shit gets hard. Yeah. Gaming's hard sometimes. But this morning I got up at 4. And like, okay, that sounds crazy. I'm still unemployed. I have the privilege of coasting for a little bit, and just exactly a little bit. And man, I went to sleep at 9:30 last night, which is why I got up at 4. First thing I did, got onto Final Fantasy. I was playing peak times for like Japan, and I was still getting no server issues.
Holy shit.
Dude, I'm fucking loving it.
Hell yeah.
Like, I tweeted about it the other day, but I was just like, I'm just gonna fucking say it. Playing in Japanese data centers is far superior of an experience. It is the best. Like, they're so much more chill. There's no weird like hair splitting about like, oh, this is like MMO culture or whatever. Like, no one's honestly. Today was the first time I had to report someone.
Oh shit!
JP
server acting up.
Yeah, straight up. Someone like I was doing. Okay. Before. Let me explain this whole ass thing.
I swear to God.
Before we move on.
This is going to end up like I was chasing this guy and harassing him, and he had the audacity.
No. So, when you like progress through like a lot of the story, whatever, eventually you have like leveling roulettes. You queue up, it matches you with a group, and it's a roulette of like specific content. So if it's dungeons, if it's raids, if it's like boss battles, those are like the different genres that you can pick, right?
Yeah.
And there's one that is very rewarding, but people don't like to do because it literally takes an hour. And it's called Main Scenario. That one is reserved for the end of expansion story quests where none of the dialogue can be skipped. So it's really just like you scroll through Twitter for a bit. Oh, the cutscene's done. And then you go, you fight a bit, scroll through Twitter a bit. It's chill. It doesn't have to be, it's not that bad. If you have a fucking phone near you, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I dropped in and I was like, oh, hey, someone's playing as a black guy. You don't see that very often, especially in a JP data center. And I was like, okay, it's a little unusual that he's wearing only the Noctis stuff. We were given that for free, but I don't know. You know, good for him.
He really likes 15. He's a fan of Noctis Lucius Callum.
His name was somewhat misspelled Henry N-word.
Yes. My favorite Final Fantasy character. How could I forget?
So
Jesus Christ.
I had to play for an hour, be in cutscenes with a large bald black man,
Jesus
dressed
Christ.
as Noctis, labeled Henry N-word.
Oh my Jesus.
But the one thing that baffles me is I was willing, because I'm on a JP server, I was willing to give the benefit of the doubt because there's a country named that. Japanese people don't necessarily they don't understand the nuances, and the harm that they create is still very real, but there's no oh, they should know about this.
Yeah, it's different culture entirely over there.
Really they should know about it, but loads of other things. Anyways.
Yeah.
I checked, and you can check what languages someone speaks, and only Japanese was marked. I think there's been an error recently though, because I checked myself and no language was marked. So I think it's a bug. And either way, I was like, this is pretty on the nose. I'm just reporting it.
No language is marked for you. This whole time on the podcast has just been me talking and then you just blank noise, just white noise.
See, patch 6.0 introduced the Tower of Babel.
Yes.
And we have gotten too high, therefore we are now no longer mutually intelligible. All right. Enough of the Bible deep cuts. We're a One Piece fancast. In fact, we are Paramecia Fancast, a One Piece fancast where we review the latest chapter of One Piece, have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is Franz.
My name is John, and oh baby, this chapter was a good one.
It's a really good one. I did not expect. I remember last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess now. A lot of the discourse was is the Sanji Queen fight over, this and that? There was a lot simmering there. Yeah. And you know what? I'm pretty glad it is over.
Yeah. They get the first 2 pages. They Oda straight up is no, my man's won. It's over.
Yeah.
Definitively.
I mean, it feels weird. The pacing in Wano has been weird. But at the same time, it's not like this was a one and done fight. It's been a long fight that's gone through several chapters. We've just been skipping around.
Yeah. And even still, I still believe the pacing in Wano will make it seems fast now, but I feel once Wano's fully complete, within the context of it all, it'll be okay, it was pretty, it all makes sense, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it does
within
feel fast
context.
right now, but I feel because again, Oda said, he's setting it up as acts of a kabuki play, and kabuki plays have they're not the normal westernized 3-act culture or 3-act structure. They have a whole bunch of acts, and we talked about it a while ago, and I think at the start of Wano.
Just about. I think it was either the end of Act 1 or Act 2 when we were like, oh, we're doing this, huh?
Yeah. And I know one of the we talked about it. I remember one of the acts, we looked into it, and like in the Kabuki place, some of the acts are literally just described as like, yeah, like the action goes like raises really high really fast, and then it just comes to a stop. And it's like, oh okay.
I will once again recount the experience when one summer I went to see a no play, kind of a cousin to Kabuki, and how it was the most boring fucking thing I've ever done for 5 hours of my fucking life. And like, because I was going with like a university group, like the head of the no club was like near me too, and apparently he was like explaining some shit to other people. I was just fucking checked out because I had not eaten dinner. That's a whole other shit. That's some whole other fucking shit.
Bro, can this no play hurry up? I got some raids in 14 to complete. You feel me? I gotta fight Alexander the Great, homie.
Oh no, it's not Alexander the Great. It's Alexander the God, baby.
Alexander the God. Yeah.
Know the lore.
Doesn't he become like Alexander the Machine or something? Like,
oh no, Alexander was always a machine. Like, there's no Alexander the Great. But anyways, it was like piss fucking boring. There was straight up like 2 hours of just like setup, and then like the last act and a half basically was just like all gas, no brakes. I was like, this is not something I'm used to. I wish I had dinner.
Oh god. But yeah, no, that's what I feel like Wano's gonna end up being. Especially like with the reveal a couple chapters ago of like the Navy's already on their way. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
The stuff with the Beast Pirates, my prediction is that's going to get dealt with. And I don't know if Kaido will get straight up defeated or not, but either way, Beast Pirates will be dealt with. The raid will be like stopped. Maybe Orochi might die here. But then the next fight is going to be for Wano, like protecting Wano from the world government and the Navy. That's going to be like the next fight that happens right after on Wano.
Dude, this is for real, like, this is Marineford level.
Yeah,
like,
it's literally well, we had talked about it, the black ships or whatever, or that story of like when the dude strolled
Commodore
up to
Matthew C. Perry
strolled up to Wano and was like, "Yo, y'all got a year. Like, good luck.
I'm coming back, bitch."
Yeah.
Man, we open up this chapter, Zolo versus King. Already know what's up, especially given that last one was Sanji versus Queen.
Yeah.
So I understood what was going on, but the real fucking kicker at the get-go is limited cover series number 25, Escape Whole Cake Island, and it's just a bunch of Germa ships leaving the like rubble behind from Whole Cake Island. I know you're hyped for this, John.
I'm so ready. I don't
know how I feel.
I want to see, because the one thing about Whole Cake Island, like it's safe for me to say at least that I know I'm very biased, but I think Whole Cake Island for me is my favorite post time skip arc that we've gotten so far. Like, I really liked Dressrosa, but like the story of Whole Cake Island and like the theming around it is just so good. I really liked it. And you know, it's Sanji and we got Luffy versus Katakuri and all that good stuff. But I like Germa 66 as like, I like the brothers, like they're buttholes. Yeah. But like when you learn the lore and you're like, damn, like they had the butthole forced on them, you know? Like they don't know any better.
They did not choose the butthole. Yeah.
The butthole chose them. And Reiju, oh, God bless her sweet soul. I just want her to live a happy life, you know? But the main thing about Whole Cake Island that I will say was just kind of like, oh, like even to this day, like when the raid started and Jinbei joined us officially, I was still like, well, what happened? Like, because when we left Whole Cake Island, Jinbei had went back with the Sun Pirates to help Luffy and them escape. And Germa 66 was also fighting with Big Mom's crew. And we escaped to Wano. And then, like, there's a gap in history. And then, like, all we know next is, like, Jinbei is here. We can assume the Sun Pirates survived. And then, like, no mention of Germa at all. Like, no mention of what happened to everybody afterwards. And then suddenly Big Mom takes, like, half of her crew to Wano and is just there. And she never mentions it. So I would like to see... I am hoping this cover story kind of, fills in the blanks that was left after Whole Cake Island, after that ending.
I do agree with you on that. I'm not hyped about the focus on the Germa Pirates again.
Oh, yeah. I feel that.
But
see,
like,
I hate Judge, so if Judge shows up, it's going to be a bad time.
That's the thing. He is going to rear his ugly head around.
He's going to show up and it's going to be a bad time. But any chapter with the boys are back in town, that's what it's going to be in my head. And then any chapter with Reiju is like just, oh, my sweet summer child. Like, I think I've also talked about this at the end of the series. My dream is to have, like, when I assume at the end of the series, like, all the Straw Hats are going to kind of go, like, after achieving their dream and everything, they're going to go, like, their separate ways.
Yeah.
I think that, from what I can tell, I think that's, like, everybody's sort of, like, view of it. Like, not that the Straw Hats are only together to see this dream through. Like, they're a family, but I feel like, they're going to go, like, their separate ways at some point. Like,
Exactly. They've all got their own dreams that are like independent of each other to some degrees for some of them. And like, Brooke's gonna be with Laboon.
Yeah.
And Frankie's gonna be doing his like all of his fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like,
the way I see it is slight spoilers for Persona 5 Royal if anybody really, really cares. It's been out for a while, but I mean, I know the game takes a while and not everybody shotgunned it like I did, but just so the whole game, when you do the confidant links, you get the characters story, like the main character stories, and at the end of each of the confidant links, it kind of leaves off as like, oh, like they have this dream that they want to follow and do. And the first game just kind of ended with them like, oh, Joker moves back and everybody's, we're just gonna stay here and we're all honky-dory, kind of like Persona 4 in a way.
Yeah.
But at the end of Persona 5 Royal, it's a little more like, it's a little, I want to say bittersweet, but it's like, it's good for the characters, because like, the final section of the story starts with like Ryuji coming in and he's like, oh, like, I'm moving next semester. Like, I got a scholarship for track and like I'm gonna follow my dreams of getting back in and being like a track runner. And then like On is like, yeah, like I'm gonna be moving away because I got a offer to do modeling, and like, and everybody sort of like, they achieve their dream and they're sort of going their own way, but they all sort of have this feeling of like, wherever we are, like, we're gonna be family, like it doesn't matter. And that's why
you're here,
yeah,
family.
That's how I feel the Straw Hats are gonna be. And I really all this to say, and then we can move on to the actual chapter proper. I just want Sanji to have his own restaurant, either in Whole Cake Island or like somewhere like a Baratier type thing.
Yeah,
I want him and Pudding to have their own restaurant, and I would like at the end, like, both of them working at the restaurant, and then they're serving Reiju like Sanji serving Reiju like a cup of coffee or something. Like, I that's, if I get that, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. This is the best ending.
Oh,
the brothers are gremlins, so I don't. Yeah, like,
maybe we could do something like that for a break week.
Yeah, that'd be. I'm gonna cry.
End of series headcanons where we just die.
Where we die on the inside. But no, we'll yeah. chapter proper. We start off with Sanji just where we left off, launching Queen through the ceiling.
Through fucking space, dude.
Yeah, through space. Like Queen is off of Onigashima, and like not even like off. Like
Team Rocket's blasting off again, kind of.
Yeah, like there is no way that Queen is landing back on Onigashima. Like he is going upwards at a 45-degree angle away from Onigashima. Like he is done.
This parabolic angle has Onigashima nowhere on it.
Exactly. And I love it. I love it, and I love this moment of Sanji, like, you know, he beat the crap out of Queen because he realized Queen was the one who hurt I can't remember her name. But she's looking for her little mouse Chuji, and then you hear like a little rustling as she's looking around, and Sanji pulls Chuji, the little rat, out of his coat. And it's like, oh, like he saved Chuji, but we get a flashback of all the way back from the flashback in Whole Cake Island when he was a child. Dude. And he was like practicing cooking and feeding the little rat. And it's like, oh, that's so cute. Like all this inner turmoil that Sanji's been going through, like, oh, like, Luffy, am I a monster? Like, am I like, Sanji's story has just been like, he's selfless to a fault, I guess. He's so selfless that he doesn't view himself as like worthy in a way. And I sort of like that this kind of solidifies, like, no, like your kindness is what makes you you, Sanji. Like this, I mean, Luffy said it, like, that's why you're on the crew, that's why you're part of the family. Like we love you.
I really like it because, like, yeah, it brings the humanity back a little bit.
Yeah.
That shit hurted a bit more than I thought it would.
Yeah, because it's like, this is, like, you know, he views himself, or he had this line a couple chapters ago, like, oh, like, am I a monster? Am I a weapon for you, Luffy, or something? But it's like, no, dude, like, this is the exact thing your mother, like, saved you for. This is the, like, you know, you're not meant to be a weapon. You're meant to be, you know, this beacon of, like, kindness, like...
You're just going through puberty too, dude. The sequel.
Puberty?
Oh, the headcanon. There we go. Sanji's... Oh, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say Sanji's trans.
Oh, God.
Because, like, second puberty is like a popular concept. Like, it's a phenomenon. Like, it's one of those if you know, you know kind of things. But, like, the implications of trans Sanji, if that's what you do, that's what you do. I wash my hands clean. I'm not gonna do it.
I walk away.
But our lovely little meninist over here, feminist. No, Freudian slip, meninist. You know, hands her the mouse. And then he starts with the, like, oh, but are you all right? Passes the fuck out.
Yeah.
Just out like a light. And she calls for, like, attention, but we get, like, a little nice Oda box. Battle of the Pleasure Hall, Left Brain Tower. Winner, Sanji.
We get the boxing bell. Ding, ding, ding. It's over.
Oh, dude. It's good. And then we get to the fucking meat and bones, baby.
Yeah, meat and potatoes.
Yeah, I said something, meat and bone. That's weird. Never mind.
No, bone marrow is a delicacy.
That is true. Very true. But, you know, we're coming out straight from, like, I forget where they are. They're, like, technically on, like, the second basement level or the first basement level or something.
This fight, they keep, like, exiting and they keep, like, bashing through in and out of the castle, so I don't even know where they are, and there's no, like, Oda box, so I don't even think Oda, like, knows where they are.
No point keeping track. They bust out. We see, like, that black lightning indicative of, like, Conqueror's Haki, and Zoro's just done slashing through King. And as the slash goes through his whole full leather outfit, it starts splitting his mask. And then Zoro brings up something that I don't even know anyone was thinking about. Because we're not used to people thinking. I was right. When the flames on his back go out, he can move a little faster, but his defensive ability drops in response. And like, I'm not about to say I'm not subscribing to like some moon hockey stuff, but this has parallels with like Katakuri. He was great at observation hockey and armament hockey, but not at the same time. He had to give one up in order to do another.
Yeah. It's I could see that. This whatever power the Lunarians have with the fire, like it's definitely like it takes brain power to turn it on and off. Like,
yeah, it's probably and like when it comes to like hockey and everything, it's definitely like something kind of like what the minks have with that static discharge stuff.
Yeah. It's like in D&D when you pick your race and you get like the race bonus. It's like that.
Dude, but he looks good. I'm not going to lie. And he just looks better like later on.
Yeah.
But what we get is like the fucking lackeys. They start like waking up from Zoro going sicko mode. And they're commenting like left and right about like, oh, Master King took his mask off, so the rumors were true. Black wings, white hair, brown skin. Adriel was like, damn, okay, Oda, make the black guy the villain.
Damn. See, when I read the brown skin, white hair, I was like, didn't Robin's mom have that?
But yeah.
She had that, but she didn't have wings of any sort, so...
So that theory in the wastebasket.
Yeah.
But the last bubble is like still one of the lackeys talking. What was the reward for tipping off the government? 100 million berries? Like, dude, they have a it's not like even a bounty on his head. It's a reward for just like where this man is.
Yeah.
And what he looks like.
It's insanity. As soon as the lackeys say that, King flares up his sword, and they're like, "No, we weren't," and he just hits them with Imperial flaming like the fire on his back turns into like this magma dragon, and like he just annihilates like all of the lackeys that were on his side, and I like Zoro just looking up from the little hole. And he's like, man, the castle's already burning down. Like, I figured you'd treat your men better. If they're distracting you, why not come up here? And he's like, did I hear something about 100 million just for a tip-off? What are you, anyways?
Dude, this side profile?
It is good.
It's good.
King's a handsome motherfucker.
He really fucking is. And then immediately the next panel, the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, another side profile of Pteranodon mode.
Like, Oda had to give it to us both ways.
Yep. Oh, you think he's hot? Yeah. if you can't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, or whatever that stupid thing is.
It's just true about King. And like King's answer to Zoro's retort is nothing that's gonna matter to a man about to die. Fucking sick, dude. And then they bust out of the fucking thing again. Zoro's kind of like stuck in an air combo. He's blocking everything left and right. They land. Zoro lands on land. I don't know. Again, who knows where the fuck they are at this point.
I'm getting vertigo just reading this.
Yeah, a little bit. But he's starting to worry. I don't have much time. If this drags on, the sword will suck the life from me. And King's also like not playing anymore. But Zoro, you know, he tries to kick it up a notch. He kind of reminds us that like, oh yeah, he's a Lunarian, because here he says, so he's definitely from some kind of special race, but it's got nothing to do with me. Zoro, the good guy, I treat everyone equally.
That's stupid. We talked about it before recording. There's this meme pictured. It's Zoro kills Kaido is this, in my opinion, dumb like idea within the community. Like Zoro fanboys are just like, dude, they're huffing copium. I don't know. The way I take it is like, bro, you're so insecure in your boy that you have to project him like killing the main threat of the arc in order for like, look, I don't know. Narratively, it's not gonna happen, but
like
there's a meme picture making fun of that. Of it's not ZKK, it's not Zoro kills Kaido, it's ZKKK, and it's like almost every character that Zoro has fought pre and post time skip has been a person of color. In one of the SBSs, Oda's like, oh, Zoro in the real world would be a cop. Like, it's just this stupid. I love it. It's so stupid.
Oh man.
Oh,
about
Zoro
time
really
we fucking canceled him.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with me, but he's like, oh, like your crew ruled over this place long enough. Time to go.
He charges up King of Hell 3 sword style, you know, still using the whole like Enma stuff, really leaning on it.
I love that at this point in the fight, like now that he's using Enma, I think this whole chapter, all of his techniques have that naming convention on them.
Yeah, I
like,
think so.
All the attacks he uses are because he's using like Enma to its fullest now. It's like they all have the Enma 3 sword style. Like, oh shit, so cool.
That is good. It's top tier. And then we get like King getting defensive. Don't get full of yourself. Kaido is the man who will be king of the pirates. And then we get a fucking flashback, dude. So this is like, what, 30 years ago, I want to say?
Yeah, it's gotta be. I'm assuming it's like right after... It's gotta be right after the Rocks Pirates disbanded.
Yes, the God Valley incident. It has to be relatively after that, but not too long after. Where we have like mustacheless Kaido. Dude, he looks disgusting.
Yeah, I do not like this.
Adrian brings up that he looks like Luffy, and like if you consider especially like the kind of like meme stuff where like, oh, like Luffy with no dream when he's like 40, when he's 60.
Oh yeah, he does kind of a little bit resemble.
Yeah, like there's something there about it, but it's just so fucking twisted. I also forget that Kaido doesn't have eyebrows.
Yeah, that's he's Super Saiyan 3.
Ew.
Yeah,
but like we got him like fresh out of some cuffs with his weapon, and he's talking to presumably King strapped into like basically what looks like an MRI machine. And he's talking to him, a Lunarian, eh? No wonder the government wouldn't give you up. I saw those endurance tests they put you through. I'm breaking out of this place and starting a new pirate crew. What do you say, guinea pig? Like,
damn.
Dude.
So, like, even just that, like, so we know that Kaido at some point was captured by the world government.
Yeah.
And, like, experimented on. Because it was in, like, the experimented on bit may be, like, that may just be me, like, inferring. But he was definitely captured by the world government, because I remember in his, like, the intro speech, everyone loves to quote the end of, like, oh, he's the strongest creature in the world. There's a whole part in that's, like, when he's talking about, like, wanting to kill himself, And it's like, oh, like he jumps off cliffs and survives, and like he does all this stuff. And there's a part that's like, oh, he was even captured by the world government and he lived to tell the tale, like he escaped. And so I'm assuming they captured him, probably did some experiments on him, which is why he would be even in this room that King is also getting experimented on.
And that's how they got his fucking juice for the like dragon fruit.
Yeah. This would definitely kind of fill in the blanks as to like how Vegapunk even created the dragon fruit. Because again, all of this is like theory, and you know, until we meet Vegapunk, nothing's been like set in stone. But again, the theory that I think is like the most plausible and probably true is like actual living dragons have something to do with the Void Sentry, and the reason Kaido was captured is because he can turn into a dragon. So Vegapunk probably tried to recreate, like, thinking that the dragon fruit was like actually real dragon lineage factor or something. And then when he recreated the fruit, he was like, dude, it's a goddamn fish. it's Sega bass fishing, god damn it. It's this fruit is a failure, and then he left it in but like this is wild. So it's like, okay, so this is the moment that the Beast Pirates were like truly started. Is when Kaido and King broke out of, you know, the world government facility.
Yeah. And like there are parallels to this and Luffy and Zoro, because like Zoro was being held by not the world government, but like, you know, the Navy.
Yeah.
And held completely fucking prisoner. And it was just Luffy who just rolled up and was like, hey guy, I think you're cool. Come with me.
Oh, it's so cool. And like King even has a line here that's like, oh, like, can you change the world we live in? And Kaido says, I'm the only one who can change it. And we get like, I like this panel because it's such a small detail, but the thing in the background, like the big column or whatever, like the structure in the background, it says like PH-0 something. It's I'm assuming they're on Punk Hazard before before everything, because we knew Punk Hazard after the time skip when Akainu and Aokiji fought and messed up the place. But it's like, it would make sense if they're on Punk Hazard, and that's where Vegapunk did the experiment and made the fruit of Kaido, and then they broke out of there and escaped. It would also make sense as to how the numbers came with Kaido, because the numbers were experiments from Punk Hazard.
Yeah.
So like this whole thing is like this one page, this like small flashback is like starting to put all the pieces together. It's so cool.
And that's why like all the numbers are so old.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, I doubt it was Caesar Clown back then. Like it was definitely Vegapunk then. Yeah. But like, you know, Caesar Clown, you know, he's testing on children and stuff like that. Yeah. So that really adds up.
Yeah. It's also kind of cool if you think, again, this is just like me making a little inference. It's not explicitly stated, but like if the numbers were that old, the implication would be that they've been there since Yamato's birth, which is why the one number is probably so close to Yamato, and Yamato's like talking to him as if like Yamato is talking to the number not like aggressively, like, oh, get the hell away from me, you monster. He was like, oh, like I can't play right now, like, you know, like not right now.
What if we've been asking the wrong questions this whole time? Because we're like, you know, a couple people have been like, oh, where's Yamato's mom? Why does Oda hate moms? But maybe we're asking the wrong question. Does Yamato have a mom?
Oh shit.
Like checkmate atheists.
Checkmate atheists. Oh my god, one atheist. Oh like, my god. It holy shit. If Yamato, how old is Yamato? Yamato's like,
okay, we're gonna have to cross-reference a couple of
Hold on, because Yamato, he's like 20 something for sure. I think
he's like 28.
Isn't he the same age as Hiyori?
I think so.
Oh my god! So holy
wait, hold on. No. I think I might be wrong. Hold on now. Because I think God Valley was 38 years ago.
Okay, I guess. So we don't have a timeline for when this happened. That's the thing.
No,
like we know what happened after God Valley, because that's presumably when the Rocks Pirates disbanded. Yeah,
Yamato is 28.
Okay, holy shit! If Yamato turns out to be like a fucking number, like one of the, like if the numbers turn out to be his like brothers and sisters, and he's like the perfected form of that.
Fucking okay. Yamato is a very traditional Japanese name, because it's like the Yamato clan, like the fucking ascendancy, the descendancy of like fucking.
If you're about to tell me,
no.
Okay, I was about to say, if you're,
because like Ya can be an alternate reading for 8, but that is not the case, considering that Hacha is 8 for the numbers. But like, okay, let's put a big fat pin on that and not commit much else to that.
I was about to, like, in the words of one of my favorite VTubers, Rosemi Lovelock, if you were about to tell me that Yamato's name was also a like some kind of number reference, I was about to freak it.
I mean, it could be, and like there is a number that is 10, but like Toll could also be read as 10. Like when it comes to numbers, Japanese can be super fucked up. So yeah, I mean, maybe Yamato was the 80th attempt. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man, this is wild. Like,
get us back on track.
Yeah. Look, okay, all that aside, basically this is the moment where Kaido's like, oh, like, well, King reveals his name, Albert, and he's like, oh, you're strong, but from now on you're king. Stay under my wing, I won't let anyone else have you. From this day on, you're my right-hand man. And he starts laughing. Like, whoa. And like, I don't know any significant, like, Albert, I'm just like,
I don't want to get too into it, because like, I don't necessarily like, Artur is really good for what he does with the community, but I don't find myself agreeing with many of his theories. They run a little rampant. But he was like, Albert is like kind of close to the Italian word for tree. It'd be similar with like most Romance languages. For Spanish, árbol.
Yeah.
And he took that thread and tied it to, oh, he's a Lunarian, and then tied that to Lunarians being on the top of the red line for forever. That's where they lived. And then he was like, there's also a theory that maybe the sun tree Eve is on the red line or something. And like, if your theory has a citation and that citation is another theory, I don't feel too good about it.
Yeah. It's his see, what it is most of the theories that I like find myself subscribing to are like pretty short term, or like 1 degree of separation from what we're talking about. Like, okay, like that thing says Punk Hazard. I'm assuming this is Punk Hazard. Like, this is where he probably got the numbers, and this is probably where Vegapunk experimented on them. But when you start being like connecting like degrees of separation to like 3 other theories, like, dude, it sounds cool, but like I can't. At least at this point, dog, I can't get behind it yet.
Like, I love it. I love the imagination, but yeah, my heart's not in it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying, you know, if somebody's like, yo, this theory is awesome, like, if you believe it, that's cool, man, but like, it's too many degrees of separation for me to be like, yeah, 100%, you know.
I'm also not gonna lie, I had to whole ass fucking remember that there was a Sun Tree Eve?
Yeah. It's pretty wild. But no, we get back to the fight, and Zoro is just like, oh, the flames are on, no point in attacking right now. And he uses his like magma dragon, Imperial Flaming Wings, and they clash. And I thought this part was pretty cool. Like, Zoro clashes with the sword, his swords get stuck in the what was it, the sword breaker, I think it was.
Yeah, it's sword breaker.
Yeah,
those like teeth.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, not that again. And then we get what I assume is Supreme King Haki, like, and he pushes himself off, and he's like, don't you dare, you're not taking these swords away from me. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like,
dude, understanding the repulsion of two conquering kings, and using that defensively.
That's so sick.
Big brain.
This is shout outs to every time we bring up fighting games. But so in Guilty Gear, Soul versus Potemkin, one of the like defensive things in the matchup as Soul that you can do against Potemkin is, so Potemkin has this move called Mega Fist, where he jumps into the air, he hops into the air, and he thrusts his fist downwards. And the hitbox is gigantic, and like nothing can anti-air it. But if you're Soul, if you use DP, which is like invincible, like upper body invincible, you can clash. Of course. You can't beat it. You can clash with Mega Fist. And then in Guilty Gear, when you clash, you can immediately cancel out of the clash with like anything, like another normal or another super.
I mean, even without the defensive cancel thing,
yeah, like you clash, and then what it is you clash with it, and then he's in the air, so he doesn't have access to any of his grabs or anything. He has normals in the air, or like the all of his normals are slow as hell in the air. He doesn't have any like supers or anything. So now you can fall with like falling like jump K and like jabs to like keep him in block stun, and then like you get your mix-up attempt, and it's like, oh, it's just like, dude, Zoro using an offensive technique for defense is so sick.
Dude, wait, okay, not to like get too deep in it, but like even if you don't cancel, at best you return to neutral, and it's just like back to square one, right?
Yeah. When there's a clash, like the hit stop is longer because it'll like clash, and then you both like just kind of return to neutral. But you can, both players, when you both do a move and it clashes, both players can cancel that. Like you can cancel out of that clash with something else.
So it's just a win-win no matter what, unless that's great. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just like it's just an Arxis thing. There's a like a lot of the Arxis games have that. There's a funny clip. I'll try to find it and post it on our Discord. There's a funny clip from Persona a while ago where like the end of the match is both Narukami's at a sliver of health, and they just keep doing DP. And after the DP clashes, the safest option for both of them is the invincible DP. So for like a couple seconds straight, they just keep doing DP, and it just keeps clashing, and it's like another mind game of like, all right, who's gonna stop? Who's gonna stop first?
Amazing. Oh man, where were we? So Zoro recovers from defensively using Conquering Kings, and then Queen rushes at him like there's like a little blur in the sky, and Zoro immediately realizes like, oh, he's fast. But then he adds, he's thinking, he uses his brain, meaning I can cut him. He gives a quick thing called bird dance, slashes him straight up.
Yeah, while he's thinking, he gets kicked in the face by King, and then he's like, oh, like I can attack him, like I can super armor through this.
Fucking crazy. And King starts admitting, oh, so it seems you figured out the rules of my body. And like Zoro's so fucking cocky That's right, finally envisioning your own defeat. Why bother block my attacks? I thought they did nothing to you. Unless you're scared of what I can do. And, dude, like, as hot as King is, he just starts going into fucking bioessentialist, like, eugenic kind of fucking talk. Like, you are biologically incapable of defeating me. Like, okay, guy.
I love Zoro's retort. Like, there's nothing I hate more than weak excuses.
Dude, what a fucking comeback. Got him.
Got him, dude. I'll keep you in my memory as the feisty swordsman you were. And then Zoro rushing in. I'll carve it into you myself, assuming you survive to remember me. And dude, we get the cool, like, oh, we everybody, since learning that Monster, the original one-shot that Oda did before One Piece, once learning that was like canon to the One Piece story, and like Ryuma cutting the dragon happened in the One Piece, history. Everybody, the all of the symbolism of like Zoro getting Shusui, and or was that? Yeah, that was the name of the sword.
Yeah,
right?
Shueisha.
Yeah, Shueisha. Yeah, after Zoro gets Shueisha, Uchiha, and then like him fighting Ryuma, getting that, and like, Wano being the land of dragons. I think that is what mostly stoked like the Zoro kills Kaido thing. Because everyone's like, oh, he needs, like, he's gonna get a moment of him slicing a dragon in half. Like, he has to get that. Yeah. And I think both dragons that we got, it was like, while it's cool, narratively, Zoro should not and cannot be the one to kill them. Like, Zoro has no ideological, like, difference with Kaido. Like, Luffy's the one that does, like, Zoro's just following, like, Zoro's Luffy's right-hand man, but he doesn't, like, he doesn't have anything, like, against Kaido, like, idealistically clashing. And the same thing with him and Orochi. Like, he hates Orochi because Orochi shot Yasuie, but, like, the ones who should get to defeat Orochi are the people of the Kozuki clan, like the retainers. Exactly. or Momonosuke.
The people of the land who have been tangibly wronged.
Yeah. And I just love that Oda gives us Zoro cutting through a dragon moment with this. So King does
so cool.
Extra large Imperial flaming wings. Zoro jumps straight into the mouth of the dragon. King of Hell, 3 swords, serpent, 103 mercies, dragon damnation. Which, first off, what a mouthful of a special attack name. It's so edgy and sick.
It definitely has something to do with, like, some fucking religious beliefs. I ain't gonna fucking look it up.
Probably something to do with Enma and, like, Buddhist hell or something.
Possibly.
But, like, the way... So... When Ryuma sliced the dragon in half, he sliced just one slice, he cut the head off, like, horizontally. There's a panel, like, Zoro cuts the damn thing in half in multiple points. Like, the dragon is winding at him, and he cuts it in half and, like, into chunks. And delivers a straight, like, conquering hockey blow, like, straight to the chest of, like, King. There's a panel of King at the bottom right of this double page spread. Like, King is done. Like,
yeah, he knows it too.
His dragon got cut in half, and he gets a hole in his chest for his troubles.
Hole in his chest, sword in half, wing cut off.
Yeah, wing sliced off. Like, oh my god.
I have one big question from here. But before that, are we good? Can we sign off?
I just wanted to say real quick, I've seen people talk about, like, people have been bringing up Dragon since we got King's, like, face reveal. I've seen some people bring it up on Twitter, and they're like, oh, like, maybe Dragon is, like, part Lunarian, because he has the same sort of, like, face tattoo, the same location of, like, the facial tattoo.
Yeah.
He does have sort of darker skin, and the main thing people were bringing up was, like, he's always wearing the cloak, like, he never takes it off.
Yeah, exactly. He knows he's being hunted.
Yeah, and so, like, maybe he's not full Lunarian, but maybe he has like Lunarian lineage, and maybe that's the reason why he like started the Revolutionary Army to like fight against the world government that like scraped his family's history off the freaking face of the planet.
Yeah.
I've seen some people theorizing that, and I was like, well, that would be kind of cool if he has some Lunarian lineage, or just some connection to them in general. I've also seen people say that maybe he has the face tattoo because maybe Luffy's mom was like part Lunarian, because we never have seen her.
Yeah, I saw Roger's base. I haven't seen the video. I just saw the thumbnail, and it was like, it was King and then Dragon, focusing on Dragon's tattoo, and immediately I was like, I don't buy this.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and part of it, probably just is like overwhelming hype for the chapter. Neurons running on full, cylinders, full blast.
Dude, when you're on the theory train, it just doesn't stop. Especially like in a spot like us, like, we put the chapter came out fucking 3 hours for, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about time. Hours ago.
Yeah, I can't do time.
So like, we're high right now.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. But I regardless of all of that, like, that's a cool theory to think about. If it does become true in some sense, if like this gives us more insight to Dragon, that would be cool. The main thing I want is so unlike Queen's defeat, where Queen is just launched into the stratosphere and done, I do hope that we, like, before Zoro passes out from the medicine that he took, I do hope that we get a little final back and forth between him and King.
Yeah.
Before King freaking dies as well. And I hope that we get a little more than just, like, because I liked the 1-page, like, flashback in this chapter. I hope we get, like, a little bit more out of the Lunarian stuff.
I feel like we will.
Yeah. If not from King, probably from someone else, but I feel like we'll get it. I hope that it's gonna be, we'll get it next week or next chapter.
We need it, Oda.
Yeah.
Nah, this chapter's a fucking good one. I totally understand the fucking hype of just, dude, neurons are firing. I'm having thoughts.
Absolute banger of a chapter. That's everything I got. We could sign off, and then if you had theory or something you had.
That'll be it for us this week. You could find us, honestly, mostly on the Discord. Our Discord, Paramecia Flower Capital. The links to that are on all of our social media. It's a permanent invite link, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. We got our Twitter at Paramecia Cast, Paramecia Fancast, literally everywhere else. Our episodes go up late Sundays, early Mondays. They first go up to parameciafancast.libsyn.com. That's our host website. You could get them there, direct download. If that's what you do, that's what you do. Or you could get it from any podcatcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. I got the Google one wrong, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? iHeartRadio, all of them. I don't know if I'm missing anything.
I don't even.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
What? Yes. I don't have a crack theory. I just. Where's Zoro gonna land?
Wait. Let me go back. I'm scrambling. Go back to the chapter.
Go back. Look at it. He took off. He committed. It's like some melee, like smash kind of shit. Where fucking it's last stock. You gotta fucking chase someone off the platform.
Dude, Zoro chased the DI. He's off stage, bro. Zoro, where is he gonna land? Well, hold on. This is like, hold on, I'm putting on my gas mask of copium.
Oh, buddy.
Momonosuke is underneath making the flame clouds.
He's a little busy, bud.
Yeah, I know he's a little busy, but maybe he'll be like, hey, yo, what the fuck? And then, like, pick up Zoro.
Pick him up with his tail, like, whoop.
If not, Zoro committed to this kill, and he's going to have to hold that.
I don't think they're over water anymore. He could swim.
No, he could swim, but yeah, they're right over, like, the flower capital, basically.
Good luck, Zoro. You're gonna need it.